To prove his victory over Tszyu was not a fluke, while Mitchell is determined to show his defeat was an aberration.
This is an opportunity to say, let's knock on Tszyu's door again. Most of the audience outside of boxing and inside of boxing had me either winning the fight or the fight a draw.
It's always in the back of my mind because he's the undisputed champion of the world, and I'm the only guy to ever beat him. My goal is now is to put myself into a title shot contention so that I can become world champion again.
Tonight, the one who prevails may get that chance.
We're fighting each other to put ourselves in a position to show that we're still two great fighters, no matter what, win or lose, as long as we put on one heck of a show.
To beat up on the guy who knocked out Tszyu, and then, you know, to come and get the opportunity to fight Tszyu again, hey, this is where I need to be.
The engaging, cool Vince Phillips is ready. Once had dreams of being a baseball player, looking to revive his contender status at 39. A recovering drug addict told us he's been clean 9 years. Despite that, the many wars, his age, he said he feels great. Known for his good right hand, but he says watch out for his left hook. Says he feels like he's fighting in Mitchell's backyard, so he'll go for the knockout. 8-3-1 since the upset TKO over Tszyu. 3-0 following his last loss against Ray Oliveira when he threw a staggering 237 punches in the 12th round. Impressive his last fight against previously unbeaten prospect Nick Acevedo. Bobby, timing and reflexes and legs always question marks at Phillips' age. How do you view his chances tonight? And would a rematch with Tszyu today have the same meaning?
Well, you know, Steve, Vince Phillips has been fighting very well, even though he is getting older. I think his chances are pretty good. Mitchell has had some injuries and he's been slowing down a little bit. You know what? In the fighter meetings, Vince Phillips had the glow of confidence, and I can't tell you what that means sometimes. It tells the story in itself. Since he's the only man to beat Tszyu, if he wins here in a significant fashion, it's very convincing because Tszyu did not beat Mitchell significantly. I think that the factor there for rematch is big.
All right, Phillips baffled by Tszyu's unwillingness to take him on again. If Cool Vince wins, perhaps no one has a better case to fight Tszyu again than Vince Phillips. And we are set for 32-year-old southpaw Sharmba Mitchell. There he is, a 3-1 favorite who showed his mettle against Tszyu, but aside from the leg problem, may have run out of gas that night. Pronounced the left knee 80 to 85% healthy. His mobility not a factor his last fight, which he dominated, yet was extended 10 rounds by a fighter named Frank Hotelli. His intent is not to trade with Phillips. That would be a mistake. He says he'll move, slip, make Phillips miss, take him to the later rounds. Mitchell hasn't had a knockout win in nearly 5 years. His last 7 wins by decision. 14 years fighting, certainly not what he once was. But is he still quick and slippery enough, Bobby, to do what he says he'll do and avoid Phillips' power punches?
One thing about Sharmba Mitchell, Steve, he's always been poised, confident, and patient when he fights. He's never in a hurry. He boxes smart. He doesn't try and take too many chances. He never has a problem with the distance. He said, you know what? I get paid the same if it goes 1 or if it goes 12. He boxes smart. That's what got him here. He'll probably continue to do it. The only question is, how much is that knee taken out of in the ring wars? He's slowed a little, that's for sure, and the knee is still a factor.
And you wonder how much longer he can wait before a rematch with Tszyu. With time running out, he says just 1 more year in the ring, and he wants to retire, pay attention to his businesses. He's got a promotional company, and he wants to be, you guessed it, a boxing commentator. Let's size him up as we check out the tail of the tape. Phillips turned 39 in July, 7 years older than Mitchell. The height nearly identical. Slight 2-inch reach advantage for Mitchell. And at yesterday's weigh-in, both checked in at 141. And the notable rules for this fight. There's no standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. If an accidental headbutt occurs before the end of the 4th round, the fight is ruled a no decision. If it happens after the end of round 4, they will go to the scorecard. So here at the Coca-Cola Bricktown Events Center in Oklahoma City, we are getting ready for our main event, Sharmba Mitchell versus Vince Phillips, scheduled for 10. Let's get the official introductions from our ring announcer, the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and we welcome you to the Coca-Cola Bricktown Event Center here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as it's time for the featured bout of the evening. It's all brought to you by Gary Shaw Productions and Holden Productions in association with Sugar Ray Leonard Boxing, the Sports Entertainment and Media Group, Golden Lion Productions, Showtime, and the undisputed King of Beers, Budweiser. This bout coming away is sanctioned by the Oklahoma Professional Boxing Commission. The chairman is Danny Hodge, vice chairman Dr. Carl Sauer. Commissioners are Mike Bauer, Dr. Mark Hamstein, Cornell Williams, and the administrator is Steve Bayshore. Our physicians at ringside, Dr. Larry Lovelace and Dr. David Lovelace, and the timekeeper at the bell, also keeping count of knockdowns, Ted Van. Introducing to you our three judges scoring this bout from ringside. From Choctaw, Oklahoma, Joe Miller. From Mustang, Oklahoma, Gerald Ritter. From Coral Springs, Florida, Peter Trematera. And our referee in charge is from Edmond, Oklahoma, Gary Ritter. All right, fans, here we go with our main event of the evening. 10 rounds of boxing in a super lightweight special attraction. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Oklahoma City, it is showtime. Introducing to you first on my left, he is fighting out of the blue corner, wearing purple trunks with white trim, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada. He weighed in at 141 pounds. His record stands at 44 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw, with 32 wins coming by way of knockout. Currently ranked at WBA number 6 welterweight in the world. Please welcome the former IBF junior welterweight champion of the world, introducing Cool Vince Phillips. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the red corner, this 10-round main event, wearing black and gold trunks, fighting out of Washington, D.C. by way of Tacoma Park, Maryland. He weighed in the same as his opponent, 141 pounds. His record stands at 49 wins, 3 losses, 29 wins coming by way of knockout. He is currently ranked the number 2 super lightweight contender. Introducing the former WBA super lightweight champion of the world, known as Little Big Man, Sharmba Mitchell. Once again, a referee in charge, Gary Ritter, now to give instructions. 10 rounds of action scheduled.
Okay, gentlemen, you received your instructions earlier. I want a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Touch your gloves. These are a little high here. Anything here is low. Trunks are good here. Let's have a good one.
Same ref for the second straight fight. Kind of unusual. Gary Ritter. The polished southpaw, Sharmba Mitchell. He best not trade with Phillips. Has to use that jab and move a lot. Stay away from Phillips' big right hand and keep Cool Vince off balance. Victory would be bittersweet for Phillips. This is his first fight without his biggest fan, his dad, who recently passed away. Nevertheless, Phillips still very hungry. Said he wants to knock Mitchell out. Here we go. Round 1 scheduled for 10. A very important 140-pound bout. Not a big feeling out process for Phillips. He usually gets right down to business. He's tough, tenacious, very busy. Tests his opponents almost immediately with his primary weapon, the hard right hand. Good punching power, and he throws a lot of punches.
You know, they both come in here with their own ideas of what they need to do to win. And I tell you what, the first round is going to be key to see who's able to implement their strategy and who is not.
Phillips 4-0-1 versus left-handers. Mitchell with good skills and speed at his best. He frustrates his opponents with movement, outworks them, wears them down.
Watch your heads. Box.
But he does lack the big punching power. Exhibited more power early in his career. And as mentioned, hasn't scored a knockout since February of 1998.
But when Mitchell's at his best, he's sharp, he's clean, he's smooth, he's hard to hit, and he will unload on you, make you miss, and hit you again. It's pretty to watch when he's on.
There he spins Phillips around. Phillips, very offensive-minded, has been known to batter opponents with an unending flow of punches from all angles. He's accurate, as we saw against Kostya. Very durable through the years, good conditioning and stamina. Both have tremendous ring savvy. Phillips loves to brawl.
Right now, the pace and the fight distance sets up for Sharmba Mitchell more than it does for Vince Phillips.
Phillips with a lot of heart.
Step back, box.
Both crowd-pleasing fighters. One thing about Vince Phillips, he is rarely outworked. Phillips wearing the purple with the white trim.
Don't turn it with your fist.
Mitchell in his self-designed black and gold trunks.
Stop, break. No kidney punches. Box.
While Mitchell is elusive, he doesn't always move his head enough and has had trouble in the past avoiding right hands, and that happens to be Phillips' power punch. We'll see if that's a factor.
Right now, Steve, neither fighter's really landed big telling blows. Right now, Sharmba Mitchell a little more effective with some of the quick combinations, making Vince Phillips miss quite a bit as well.
Punches up.
Mitchell had bad intentions on that left hand, but it didn't go very far. All three of Mitchell's losses have been by knockout, and he hasn't scored a knockout in a while. Most of Mitchell's KOs early in his career, and don't forget, while Mitchell's power may have diminished over time, his opposition has improved as well. One of the books. Very close. I don't know how you score that one.
That's one of those rounds where effective aggressiveness and ring generalship will start to mount. Overall punches scored as well.
Use the speed, okay, and keep them turning. Okay, just keep it. Get the other bucket, baby. Spit it in here. Spit it in here. Okay, now swallow a little bit of this. Just a little taste. Okay, keep it turning. But let's start working the jab now, baby. Get the jab going, okay? And save a chance you get, shoot the left hand for the chest. Relax, baby. It's your show. Just stay focused. Keep it.
Okay, you can do it. Let the punches go, baby. Don't wait on him when you jab, take the leg with you. You got to step to him, baby. Step to the plate. When you're going to throw it on him, make sure you take it with you. Turn it over. Easy. Knock this pump off if you can. Don't be in a hurry, but take it. Move your head. Let's go. I got 10 seconds, champ. That don't mean go caught your head and whistle. I mean, I got 10 seconds I can use.
Cassius Green, a big plus, his fourth fight with Phillips. Buddy McGirt, two-time world champion, his debut in the corner of Sharmba Mitchell, trying to get Sharmba to relax.
Stop, right. Stop. Stop.
Let's see if they settle down and one gets into some kind of a rhythm here. Mitchell is known as a rhythm fighter. Phillips just missing with that right hand. That's his power punch.
Sharmba right now is getting some nice combinations off. They're not big, but you see he's stepping around Phillips, doing it pretty well.
Phillips made no bones about it, going for the knockout. Mitchell hopes to take it deep and win on points. They want to see a left hook from Vince Phillips. You can hear him yelling from the corner. Little right hand happy. Phillips using both hands there, but missing. There's the left hook, but it bounced off the shoulder blade of Mitchell. Didn't do any damage.
Right now, the angles that Sharmba Mitchell's giving Phillips, causing him some problems, giving him a lot of difficulty landing clean. What I think Phillips needs to do is step outside Sharmba's leg. He's moving too easily to his right.
Mitchell said his intent was to make Phillips miss a lot. The thing is, can he make him pay? Punches a little low there by Phillips, being cautioned by referee Gary Ritter. Maybe there's a referee shortage here in Oklahoma. Same ref, second straight fight. We approach the final minute. Round 2. It's scheduled for 10. Good body shot by the left hand of Phillips.
And Sharmba Mitchell came back with a nice left uppercut of his own. You saw Phillips starting to try and make some of the adjustments for the southpaw style. He's not adjusted yet. So far, Sharmba Mitchell slightly in control.
Good combination there by Mitchell.
Stop, right? Box.
Pace picking up. Mitchell seems to be gaining confidence.
He's setting the fight distance and he's keeping it where he wants, Steve, and that's Sharmba Mitchell's fight. He can keep you on the end of his glove. That's key.
They've been a low blow there by Mitchell. Ref didn't say anything. Phillips looked over to the ref to acknowledge, but he didn't get any justice from the third man in the ring. As we head to the bell, round 2. Here's a great way to make sure that you're the first to hear about all the upcoming boxing events on Showtime. Log on to our website at show.com and register to receive boxing email updates. Show.com is your ticket to the best of boxing on the web. Be sure to check out our new series, Great Fights on Showtime, premiering Monday. Travel back in time with Steve Farhood and relive Showtime's most memorable bouts, some of which changed the course of boxing history. From award-winning columnists to full-action video and incredible fight photography, Show.com has it all. You can click on Ask the Champ and pose questions directly to my broadcast partner, Bobby Ches. And be sure to cast your vote in our weekly interactive poll. Be a part of the interactive experience. Log on to Show.com to start getting your boxing email updates. Once again, that address is SHO.com. And it's round 3, scheduled for 10. Sharmba Mitchell in the black and gold with the frills. The more conventional purple and white trunk worn by Vince Phillips. Good right hand, straight right down the middle by Vince.
Right now, I think it's clear that after the first 2 rounds that Sharmba Mitchell has set his game plan into motion better than Vince Phillips. Vince Phillips is the one that needs to make the adjustments.
And Phillips looking to balance things out with his power. Speed against brawn here. Slick southpaw, Sharmba Mitchell. And the brawler, Vince Phillips. Phillips wants to lure Mitchell into a street fight, but so far Mitchell will have none of it. Sharmba keeps his distance and moves around a lot. A lot of angles.
Sharmba's movement is excellent. Vince Phillips is going to have to know he can't get this done with one punch. It's not going to be a one-punch knockout in this fight. Sharmba's movement is hard, hit clean, needs to throw combination skills.
Countering combination by Mitchell. Mitchell said he'd be content to go the distance here, 10 rounds. As he looks to out-quick Vince Phillips. Phillips 7 years older than Mitchell at 39. Still going strong. Mitchell took a lot of punishment in his fight with Kostya, fought almost the entire 7th round on one leg. One of his premier assets through the years, difficult to hit cleanly. And now Mitchell is trading with Phillips, something he said he did not prefer to do.
Phillips isn't really unloading heavy inside here. He's sort of throwing punches half-hearted. I'm not sure why.
Very excited over in the Phillips corner. You can hear them yelling in the background. It's Cassius Green and company.
Nice counter left uppercut by Sharmba Mitchell. Stunned Vince Phillips again.
Good left hand by Mitchell. And that got Phillips' attention. A long left hand upstairs by Sharmba Mitchell that scored.
Again, slipping that right hand and firing back counter, sharp counter punching. One of the keys to victory for Sharmba Mitchell.
Phillips just missed with that right hand. That was a well-timed, accurate punch by Sharmba Mitchell. Perhaps the best punch of the fight thus far.
Very good. How you feeling, baby? Hey, listen, let's keep this jab working. Don't get away from your plan.
Right.
Okay? Now, if you're inside, you're in there for a reason. If you don't have a reason, don't stay in there. Okay? If you're trying to set him up for something, let it go and get out of there. Okay? Put that over there. But don't sit there, just let him get confidence.
Right.
You can't do that.
Right.
Okay? Now, everything's coming off the jab.
Take a nice deep breath.
Okay? Take a deep breath. Shoot the left hand for the chest. Don't worry about the chin.
Mitchell, a sharp boxer, puncher, counter puncher. He comes over the top with one of the left hands, comes back with the left hand, sort of buckles the knees of Vince Phillips, but that was a little bit of an awkward sequence. He was, yeah, they're southpaw righty. They step on each other's feet, they bang each other's knees quite a bit.
Sharmba Mitchell coming off a very good sequence, and his trainer, Buddy McGirt, told him, don't get away from your plan, though. You don't want to start going into the trenches with a guy like Vince Phillips. That could be detrimental. Go back to the jab. Let's see if he does just that. Back to a lot of movement now. You don't want to get too close to Phillips. You got to move your head. They want to see that left hook more from Phillips.
And so far, he started throwing more to the head and body this round.
So far, Mitchell making this a very clumsy fight for Phillips. He's giving him problems. Mitchell just landed on the head. Mitchell's punches, I think, are landing more cleanly.
He's using that jab to keep Vince out of his rhythm, and right now Vince is not adjusting to the jab or the movement. Although so far I think this is Phillips' best round. Nice body work by both guys. First Phillips, then Sharmba and Mitch come back.
Phillips with a nice right hand that pushed Mitchell back. Mitchell using the jab more now, as instructed by Buddy McGirt. Phillips just a shade taller than Mitchell, but Mitchell has the 2-inch reach advantage.
Phil can't seem to get Mitchell's timing. He can't gauge him, and if he can't gauge him, he's not going to be able to hit him clean. He's going to have trouble all night.
Phillips being instructed to go to the body of Mitchell.
You watch over the years, you watch in any situation like this, Vince Phillips, his combinations, his counter punching, his timing would be better. Sometimes it isn't yesterday, but just the next day. We're old in the day. No more is it more prevalent than in boxing, and I think Vince Phillips might have just reached his limits.
Again, Mitchell not afraid to mix it up with the power punching Vince Phillips, getting away a bit from his game plan.
Vince doesn't seem to have his power or his normal speed. He's never a speedster, but he had some decent speed.
And maybe that's what Mitchell feels, Bobby. He feels confident to trade with Phillips.
Good work, man. Good work. Now you're working better. Now you're working better, man. Now you're working better. Now. I get you. Oh, you got to stay in control. You got to quit pawing at him now. You got to quit pawing at him. And you got to use both hands. You got a free hand, don't tie him up. Beat his body. You know what? You got to throw punches till blood run down this turkey shoe. Just keep walking, right here into the gut. You got to hit him here, take his leg. Keep you nice, but keep you. A while ago you were watching. You're looking good, but you got to pick it up. Move your head more. Keep what? Back him up. If you back him up, he can't think.
Not a lick, not a lick. Punch him in bunch. So punches. 1-2. We want 1-2.
You want the one?
Give me a lot of 1-2. Move your head.
Go. 1-2 down the pipe. 1-2 down the pipe. Okay?
I think the biggest thing we got out of that from Cassius Green is they want Phillips to go to that body.
You know, I thought that that's the only round that was close enough to maybe give Phillips, because the first part of the round he was more effective than Mitchell, but Mitchell started to catch up with him again. So it just looks slow, and it looks like he has to do too much. Just win a little bit or half the round.
Trying to go to the body, but Mitchell too fast for him, able to shield it and turn away.
Well, like I said, he's one, and I can't even press point enough. I know this feeling. He's 1 split second behind where he used to be, and that's so frustrating. You grow old in the day, and sometimes it happens to you in midstream.
So far, Vince Phillips has been able to defy Father Time. Take a look at Fresno scoring after 4. They have Mitchell all the way.
Now, there's a great argument that it's 40-36, no worse than 39-37, but clearly it's Mitchell.
Minute into round 5. Phillips coming on a little more now. He's trying to push Mitchell back.
But he's not necessarily being too effective on the wing. Every once in a while he gets a shot or two in, but not enough.
Get back.
So far it's been Sharmba Mitchell looking the better of the two to this point. And not afraid to trade with Phillips.
Right now, Sharmba Mitchell not looking 32, and Vince Phillips looking every bit of 39.
Meanwhile, Phillips just snuck a right hand to the neck, just under the chin of Sharmba Mitchell. Out of the Adam's apple. Mitchell does have a tendency to get a bit lazy in the middle of fights and make mistakes. Let's see if that happens here. He's swinging wildly. Those punches not landing by Mitchell. And then he pulls them into the midsection, and back goes Phillips.
He leaned in with his head, and I think Vince Phillips tried to hold on to it and slipped off it.
Low blow by Phillips. Might be getting even for an earlier low blow by Mitchell. Phillips continues to miss, and that's what Sharmba Mitchell said he wanted to make Phillips do, make him miss. Now he's coming on a bit.
Vince Phillips earned a couple of clean blows to the head there. One of his best sequences.
Well, we've got some interested spectators on hand. Oklahoman Sean O'Grady, former lightweight champ, recently voted the 3rd best fighter ever from the state of Oklahoma, ahead of such notables as James Quick-Tillis and Tommy Morrison. The great legendary Sugar Ray Leonard, also part promoter, on hand here tonight, looking on very interestedly.
You can do it. Don't worry about it. You can do it. Okay? You can do it.
Right hands up.
You know what I'm saying?
You do it.
Man. You working good. Jab at him more so you can set him up. Don't just throw a wild shot. Cut him off. Bang. Hit the body. This is how you're going to swing him up. You got to keep beating the body. Short hook to the head. Sure. You got to do it, champ. Come on. I don't want you playing catch up. Come on.
Well, a sad day here in Oklahoma City with the Sooners losing 30-26 to Texas A&M. As we hit the halfway point of this fight, unofficially, Bobby, what do you see?
I see 4 rounds to 1, Sharmba Mitchell. I don't think that Vince Phillips has landed enough punches. He's not been effective coming in. He's been hit too often on the way in, and ring general has been all Sharmba Mitchell.
Talked about the surprising loss by the Sooners earlier. So far, no upset in the works here, as Mitchell is a 3-1 favorite and seems to be in command. But one or two punches can change all that from Vince Phillips.
There you saw a nice sequence where Phillips landed a beautiful clean shot on the way in. But as he was doing that, he took 3 punches in return from Sharmba Mitchell. Mitchell wins the encounter.
Stop, break, step back.
This is a big 140-pound fight. Ward-Gatti rematch later this month coming up.
Everyone's wanted to see Sharmba Mitchell slap his hand out there, almost like he's backhanding Phillips, just to keep him away, confuse him, or keep a hand in his face. Not necessarily effective, but I'm not even sure it's legal, but he's doing it.
January 4th, Corley versus Bailey. The 18th, Zoo versus Leha in Melbourne. We're told 12,000 seats already sold for that one. What happened to Zab Judah? Well, he's currently sorting out managerial problems.
You got Gatti and Ward.
Vivian Harris is another guy to be reckoned with in this division now off the second-round stoppage of Hurtado last month. He's in order to fight undefeated Suleiman Mabai of France.
A whole lot of attractive fights and names in this division.
Harris called out Britain's Ricky Hatton. It looks like he's going to have to fight Mabai. So the hits just keep on coming in the junior 108 or super lightweight division of boxing. Perhaps the deepest in the sport right now. We approach 30 seconds left of the 6th. Phillips looking to jump on Mitchell. And Mitchell winging right back at him.
Stop, break.
That awkward southpaw style of Sharmba Mitchell is causing problems for Phillips.
See this distance between Sharmba Mitchell and Vince Phillips? This distance right here, Vince Phillips can't seem to close this. Sharmba gets to stay there at will. Every time he comes in, he sets him up, he steps around, he spins out, moves him back there again. Keeping the distance, constantly circling. Keeping the distance. Vince Phillips can't win the fight from out here. Sharmba's too quick. Constantly working, stepping around. Vince Phillips not giving him, giving him a place to go, not cutting it off, not giving him an alternative, a fight or otherwise. Still there.
Gotta hit him in the head. See what I'm saying? You gotta keep doing it, champ. You know what I'm saying? Come on, don't give up.
Well, it's looking like vintage Sharmba Mitchell, extremely quick, well-schooled with excellent overall boxing skills. He has been the ring general, showing his hand and foot speed and a willingness to mix it up as well, showing his reflex. Around, he's got 2 good feet under him, and he's looking very, very sharp.
I'll tell you what, if his knees are bad right now, I'd like to have the same knees.
Yeah. A lot of rehab. He underwent surgery to repair the left knee. Oh, right uppercut on the inside. That's scored by Phillips.
And a follow-up right hand that landed. But Sharmba worked his way with that constant jab. I talked about it earlier. Keeps that jab in Vince's face. Throws his rhythm off. He scores points. And he helps set the distance.
Mitchell doing an excellent job. Didn't panic. Firing that jab. And he continues to frustrate Phillips. So Phillips did not get very far with that previous sequence. It ended fast. Halfway through round 7, scheduled for 10. Mitchell in the black and gold, Phillips in the purple and white.
Nice double right hook on the inside by Sharmba Mitchell. Vince Phillips now slowing down even a little more, even on the inside where he should be doing all the work. He's also not worked Sharmba's body much at all, Steve, and I think that was a big mistake. You want to slow those legs down and score points. To weaken Sharmba, you have to go to his body.
And wild misses by Vince Phillips and Mitchell, making Phillips miss and then teeing off on him.
Mitchell just looked over here and gave him a little smile.
I saw that, yeah. Well, Mitchell doing what he said he would do, making Phillips miss his punches. And look at those shots by Mitchell in complete control now. Firing the right, dancing around, up on his feet. While Phillips is more flat-footed, can't get inside on Mitchell and do what he does best.
Sometimes a fighter like Sharmba Mitchell is underappreciated because he's not standing there slugging, he's not banging a one-punch knockout artist. Not always crowd pleasing for a guy who moves, slips, and bangs and moves again. Sometimes a little boring, but very effective.
Mitchell supremely confident, little smile towards Phillips. A wry smile. It's all going Sharmba Mitchell's way right now. Phillips continues to be dumbfounded.
Stay in that body. Short hook to the head, that's all you got to do. Hold it. Let me talk. Short hook to the body and go to the body. Stay in the body. Look here, champ. If you got a free hand, you got to work with it. Don't tie him up. Don't hold him. You ain't got to hold it.
Phillips managed to close that distance a little bit using the uppercut in the right hand there. You see a beautiful right uppercut. Briefly staggered Sharmba Mitchell, but again, he's inside, come back with the hook and another right hand. That one punch at a time will never work with a boxer as slick as Sharmba Mitchell.
Baby, come on, let's go. Let's go, baby. Hand moving, Jordan. Step around.
Round 8 scheduled for 10. Well, Ray Leonard is hoping Phillips would win and position himself in a big payday in a rematch with Costa. But I'll tell you what, he just hasn't been able to find a way to neutralize the left-hander, Sharmba Mitchell, to this point. No knockdowns thus far.
I clearly think he's in a do-or-die situation right now. These next 3 rounds, 8, 9, and 10, he doesn't get Mitchell out and start dropping him. I think he loses the decision. I'm not the judges, but I think I'm pretty close on this.
I don't think there's any question. Mitchell is well ahead on points. I'd be surprised if otherwise. Great left hand there by Sharmba Mitchell to the chest. Phillips just cannot get inside and get to the body and wear Mitchell down.
He hasn't even tried that much body work, Steve. I'm very surprised about that.
Big left hand there, right on the head by Mitchell.
That one's a little bit more of a slap, though, especially when you hear it so loud. That's a slap.
There's time.
Just cut it.
Little loose tape on the right glove of Vince Phillips.
Time in.
So they cut it off, snip it off, and we continue. We still wait for that vaunted right hand of Vince Phillips.
Vince Phillips is having a problem hitting with the jab, never mind the right hand. He's not able to get his timings off. And I really believe that his age is catching up with him, as well as the ring wars.
Time. Neutral corner. Your glove.
Well, turnabout is fair play.
Just cut it. Just cut it.
Now loose tape over there.
You got to sit the rock.
Cut it. I don't want it wrapped. I want it cut, and that's it.
Well, they keep yelling from the Phillips corner. Let's see the right hand.
Thank you. Time in. Box.
Phillips is trying. It's just that Mitchell is just too elusive and fast for him.
The two biggest equalizers in boxing, crushing one-punch knockout power, which is #1, because that's over instantly, or blazing speed, which you never hit him with that crushing punch. But you have to do that blazing stuff all night long. And right now, Sharmba has the blazing speed, and evidently Phillips doesn't have one-punch power tonight.
And Mitchell showing he's in excellent condition, maintaining this pace throughout. There's a nifty combination to the head. It may have not had much power behind it, but it looked good by Mitchell. He's just outworking Phillips.
Stop, break. Step back.
Outscoring. Goes for the right hand. He didn't follow it up, though, Bobby. One and done.
There's another one, and semi-done.
Step back. Step back.
That's just not going to get it done, not tonight.
Getting to be desperate times now for Vince Phillips. Oh, and a countering shot by Phillips off the lead by Mitchell.
Both punches were actually blocked a little bit, but the one by Sharmba Mitchell sometimes sounds louder, but it's more of a slap because he smacks with his punches a little bit, but at the same time, he's landing so many more of them, winning this fight cleanly.
Stop, break. Watch your heads, watch your heads. Box. Time!
8 in the books.
Do your thing, babe. Answer this question for me.
Babe,
answer this one question for me. Answer one question for me. Is your plan working? Okay, listen to me. We got 6 minutes. Okay? These 6 minutes, listen to me.
Rubber's arm, good.
These 6 minutes are for you, Sharmba. You understand me? This is for nobody else here but you. Do you understand me? Look at me. This is for you. Okay, baby? You worked hard for this. Okay? We ain't letting nobody.
Watch that left hand lead by Sharmba Mitchell. Doesn't really hit. See, it sort of lands on the glove, and the left hand back by Phillips doesn't land real clean, but it lands.
It was a lot more
another
effective.
angle. See, comes through. Part of it gets the jaw, part of it's glancing, and that one too. 2 decent shots. Nothing to write home to mom about.
Well, it was a lot more effective by Phillips than the Mitchell shot. Phillips' only knockout past the 7th round was that 10th round TKO of Kostya. His only knockout past the 7th round. We're in round 9. Mitchell's last fight went 10 rounds, but against a nondescript opponent.
Break. Step back. Don't punch on the break. Box.
And Phillips went to 10 rounds, a convincing decision over Nick Acevedo, his last fight.
3 nice right hands by Vince Phillips. Couple that with a little off balance, and Sharmba Mitchell looked real good.
Phillips looking for a little late magic here.
Stop, break. Step back. Step back. Step back. Don't push. Box.
You heard Buddy McGirt shouting encouragement to Sharmba Mitchell. Just 6 more minutes. This is for you. It's all about you.
Stop, break. Watch your hands.
Here's a look at the press row scoring. They continue to have Mitchell ahead, not surprisingly.
I have to agree with him, 79-74 myself.
Stephanie Ragusa from FightNews.com has the biggest margin. And Vince Phillips pulled it out in dramatic fashion here with his powers. Midway round 9, scheduled for 10. This to reposition themselves for a shot at contendership at a possible rematch with Kostya. Mitchell lost to Zoo. Phillips, the only man to beat Zoo as a pro. Right now, Zoo is the man by which they measure. The 140-pound division. Left hand there by Mitchell. Lancing blow.
Mitchell's speed is so much better right now than Phillips, and his accuracy, throwing more punches, stepping around, and doing it again.
Back up. Back up.
And the tape beginning to unravel on the right glove of Phillips. But the elusiveness of Mitchell continues to frustrate Vince Phillips. So missing with that straight left. Final seconds of round 9.
Step back.
As the seconds tick away, it becomes more desperate for Vince Phillips. A major sense of urgency now for Phillips as we head to the 10th round.
That's why I want you to work. That's why I want you to work.
Get the tape on the glove.
That's why I want you to work. That's why it's coming. That's all you got to do. It's coming. Now you're chasing. He's about to quit like that girl did with Lady Ali. You hear what I'm saying? You're about to make it quick.
Last round.
He's tighter than you are.
Don't look outside for nothing. He's going to come out desperate. You stay with your jab. Keep boxing. Okay? Stay low. Don't pull out. Stay low. You can see everything coming. Okay? Let's put it in there.
Don't back up. Rip.
Throw them curveballs all the time.
What we working on? Move your head. Pockets out. That's all you got to do. You can win it. Whoever wins this one, who's fighting?
Can't let him take it.
Probably the biggest mistake Mitchell could make right now is to get inside and look to trade. They don't want him to do that. They touch gloves for the 10th and final round. Mitchell in control. Can Sharmba Mitchell continue at this pace? Can Vince Phillips pull out a dramatic knockout?
Right now, Buddy McGirt made it very clear. Stay low, but box, stay outside. You don't need to go inside. You do not need to go in there.
Oh, yeah. No reason to. He looks to be well ahead on points. He continues to make Phillips miss, go side to side. That elusive move right there, bending his knees. Nothing wrong with that left knee, that's for sure after that. Mitchell looking almost vintage. Sharmba Mitchell. So quick, so elusive. Phillips cannot catch him. Green said that Sharmba Mitchell is more tired. I don't know about that.
No, I could not agree with that statement. I really couldn't. Vince Phillips looks like his age is caught up on him, coupled with some fatigue. And just the wear and tear of all the years and all the abuse on his body. Sharmba Mitchell 7 years younger, but they both had over 50 fights. There are a lot of factors to take into consideration. On top of the fact that Sharmba has been boxing, moving well, and punishing Vince all night long.
Mitchell is 12-0 in fights that lasted past the ninth. And look at Mitchell stepping it up. We approach the final minute of the final round.
Stop, right. Step back.
Mitchell is giving Phillips an engraved invitation to do his thing by at times trading with him dangerously here in the last round.
I'll be honest with you right now, I do not think that Mitchell's power is much less than Vince Phillips, if at all. I don't think that Phillips has the power he once had. Coming into this fight, again, I think the age showed up. He's just not showing it.
And that is particularly why Mitchell is doing just that. He has probably felt the hardest punch that Phillips has offered, and it didn't hurt him.
Break. Stop.
So he's feeling very gallant, very brave. Sharmba Mitchell on the inside with Phillips and doesn't seem to mind. Final seconds. And it looks as if Sharmba Mitchell is in the Costa-Zoo sweepstakes for a rematch. An appreciative crowd applauding. Very relieved and elated. Sharmba Mitchell.
You are good too, baby.
Good work, baby. Good work, baby.
Good one.
Yeah, flashes of vintage. Sharmba Mitchell boxed well, boxed at his own pace, at will. set the fight distance, use combinations, stepped inside when he needed to, moved out when he needed to. He really looked good. He looked good.
Well, I think he has very good reason to be happy, as does his new trainer, Buddy McGirt. Mitchell may now get his opportunity to avenge that frustrating loss to Kostya Tszyu.
Get your hands up on the rope, baby. Pretty up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Take your time, baby. Take your time. When you start working, I gave it to him, huh? No.
Sharmba getting a little cocky in the last round, trying to close out the show, even though he's well ahead. Working combinations, nice uppercuts on the inside, stepping around, spinning Vince Phillips, hitting him with the left hand, appearing to get him in a little bit of trouble there. But again, Sharmba not a big puncher. Vince a very tough man. Here's another look at Sharmba spinning off the inside with the nice uppercuts and overhand lefts on the inside, spinning Phillips, getting them all bounced and scoring. Closed that round well.
And for the most part, Mitchell sticking to his game plan of boxing, staying away, being elusive.
Don't fix something that's not broke. It's what got him here. Why change it now?
Exactly. Every once in a while, he felt the confidence to trade with Vince Phillips. Now he hears it from the crowd. But largely, he stuck to that boxing plan, and it seemed to work to perfection against the aging Vince Phillips. Let's get it up to Jimmy Lennon Jr. for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. We have a majority decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Gerald Ritter scores about 95-95, even a draw. Judge Peter Trematera scores about 96-94, and Joe Miller scores at 99-91 in favor of the winner, Sharmba Mitchell.
Well, I'm not surprised that Mitchell won, but I am surprised that one judge had it even.
That is beyond shocking to me.
Yeah.
That's beyond shocking to me. Even the 96-94, that is like 6 rounds to 4. That is shocking to me. I could see 98-92. I had it 99-91 like the third judge. I could see 98-92. There's reasonable argument it was a shutout.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you.
I don't get it. Gerald Ritter had it 95-95. Peter Trematera had it 96-94, awfully close for Mitchell. And then, the one that seemed to be more on the mark was Joe Miller, who had it 99-91.
Which is exactly how I had it. But I could see 98-92. A couple of rounds were a little close. Even if you flipped it all the way to a shutout, I could buy that. But I'll tell you what, something needs to be done about scoring schooling in this country.
Majority decision. And if you don't believe us, here it is. Joe Miller had Mitchell had 99-91. That seemed the right thing to do. Gerald Ritter had it tied.
95-95 is just not. That's not.
And then Peter Trematera had it very close for Sharmba Mitchell. Even that has to be questioned. How about press row scoring? Let's see how they had it. Claude Abrams from the British Boxing News had it 97-93. Stephanie Ragusa had it Mitchell all the way there from FightNews.com, and Calvin Watkins with the Dallas Morning News had it pretty reasonable there, 98-92 for Mitchell. Let's go upstairs into the ring for Jim Gray for post-fight reaction. Jim?
Here we go. All right, thank you very much, Steve. Sharmba, Vince. Sharmba, first to you. Are you surprised that one judge, had it 95-95, and another one had it 96-94? Did you feel it was that close?
Well, first I have to thank God for getting me and this man right here that I have great respect for, praises, and that we didn't get hurt in this ring and we can come out okay, and one of us can finally get this bum named Tszyu. That's all.
That's rather harsh for a man who you lost to.
I lost too because my corner stopped it, and I was kicking his butt. This man knocked him out. So guess what? We got heart to fight each other.
Okay, hold on a second. Let's go back to the cards here for a second, Sharmba, before we get into Kostya Tszyu. Are you surprised, the original question, that one judge had it tied and another one had you winning by 2 points?
I'm surprised, but I'm not. The man put up a good fight. For him to even get in here, hey, is an accomplishment of his own. This man, 39, 40 years old, 32 years old, I know that he still had some left. I knew he was going to come in this fight to fight me, and he wasn't going to be no cakewalk or anything like that. I'm not looking for no cakewalk.
Your knee seemed to hold up very well after the surgery here, and you seemed to execute a game plan tonight and never veered away from it. Were you able to execute what you wanted tonight, and is your knee okay?
I was able to execute what I wanted to execute, but I tried a little bit to stay inside, which I shouldn't have, and I fought a little bit of his fight, but I decided to get back out because that's not me. I'm not fighting inside with this man.
Stay here with us. Let me just ask Vince. Did you feel as though you won this fight, Vince?
You know, I thought it was a very close fight. I thought I pulled it out in the last 3 rounds. I tried to win the last 3 rounds. I can't see how the judges actually gave it to Sharmba the 8th, 9th, and 10th round. I saw the scorecard girl come around, and I said, I got to win these last 3 rounds. So I stalked him the last 3 rounds, and he ran like a De La Hoya did. But, you know, he threw some good body shots, and maybe that's what won it for him. But he moved a lot, and he threw some good shots. And it was a hell of a fight. I thought I pulled it out in the later round.
You're 39 years old, at least according to the judges tonight, a very competent fight and a fight that would indicate you might want to continue. Will you continue?
Of course I will, but the thing of it is that they look at my age and they don't look at the youth of my age, because anytime I can get in there with a 32-year-old man, I've been knocking out guys at 24 years old. My last fight, I beat Nick Azevedo on ESPN, who's an undefeated fighter. I beat him. He's like 24. You know, anytime I can get in there with a 32-year-old young man, even though his leg or no leg. Sharmba fought tonight, and I got in and showed that age ain't nothing but a number, and I thought I pulled it out. But, you know, what can I say?
Vince, thank you. Sharmba, what next for you now?
What next for me? Yeah. My manager here, PMG, Free and Company. Man, look, we taking our road up here. We got Vince in there. Come on, Zoo. You want to make some real money? You want to be a real champion? You want to fight somebody with 2 legs now? Let's fight. I was beating you with 1 leg. I got 2 now, buddy. Ain't going to be a 2-round knockout like you did little gay boy Zab Judah. This Sharmba Mitchell. I went 7 rounds with you, was going to come out for the 8th with a hurt leg. I was going to come out with the 8th with a hurt leg, but my corner stopped it. That's the only thing that didn't bring me out for the 8th round.
Sharmba, let me ask you a question. You've always been a respectful guy. You've now called one opponent a bum and another man gay. What's with you here tonight?
Man, let me tell you something. Zab chalked all that talk after my fight. I cried and all that. The man got knocked out in the 2nd round. He was hey, I give main events the great props. They promoted a fighter that's not on the level of us. Very, very good. Gary Shaw did a heck of a job. Guess what? Gary Shaw did a good job tonight.
All right, Sharmba, we look forward to your next fight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, back to you, Steve.
All right, thank you very much, Jim Gray. I think that Sharmba Mitchell, without question, put on a tremendous show, vintage Sharmba Mitchell, but I hate to see him sully it, sort of dirty it with language like he used just now against Zab Judah and others. So let's hope that goes away. But what do you think will happen now to the winner, Sharmba Mitchell?
Well, I think Sharmba Mitchell has proven that he still has what it takes. He boxed sharp, he boxed smooth, he controlled the fight. I think Vince Phillips has to relook at those tapes. He really thought he closed out the show and won all 3 of those rounds, not to mention he lost 6 of the first 7. So I think Vince Phillips' performance was very bad. He needs to reevaluate his position in boxing, whether he wants to continue boxing. Sharmba Mitchell looks sweet. I can't say anything about sweet science. He showed it today.
Yeah.
He boxed.
I think Phillips is just fooling himself if he thinks this fight was close or he won the fight. What about Phillips? Where does he go from here? I mean, you know, I don't know if he looked bad enough where he should actually call it quits. I think he's still got a career ahead of him, even though he's 39. He still feels good. And this division, 140-pound division, Bobby, as you know, is so deep, he can still make a pretty good living fighting other people other than Kostya.
I completely agree, and I joke about the fact that fighters can get old in a day, and maybe Vince Phillips did, but at the same time, we're people. Everybody can have a bad day, and we have only 1 hour of one day to be perfect. Sometimes we're just not.
You're always perfect.
Oh, thank you, Steve.
Well, Sharmba Mitchell raises his record to 50-3 with a very impressive boxing lesson and performance against Vince Phillips tonight. Looking ahead, let's see what boxing coverage is coming up in the near future right here on Showtime. Showtime Championship Boxing will open the new year with guaranteed fireworks as we head down under to Melbourne, Australia, where the undisputed 140-pound champion Kostya will defend his crown against Jesse James Leija. Mark your New Year calendar for January 18th, 10 p.m. Eastern and Pacific for this explosive affair. Recapping earlier tonight, hot super middleweight prospect Jeff Left Hook Lacey remained unbeaten and secured his first professional title. And in our main event, Sharmba Mitchell took one giant step closer to a possible rematch with Kostya Tszyu. Hope you enjoyed it. That'll do it from the Coca-Cola Bricktown Event Center. For Bobby Chaz, Jim Gray, and our entire crew, Steve Albert saying so long from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.